Hello, everybody. It's Gary. Today is August 15th, 2021, Sunday. It's 3:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the United States, in Rochester, New York. This is just an update on my schizophrenia. I'm having a really bad day. My paranoia is really bad. I think people are plotting against me for various reasons. There's always a part of my brain that questions my own paranoia, which I guess is a blessing or good luck, depending on how you look at it, if you believe in God or not, which I don't. My refrigerator is leaking water onto the floor, and I've been trying to call the apartment maintenance people to come and take a look at it, and I've been trying for 2 days to get them to come up and look at it. They said they won't be here until tomorrow morning because they didn't think it was important enough to rush up and fix it. And so this is where my paranoia comes in. Regardless of what the reality is, I think that part of me thinks that the maintenance people just don't want to help me because I'm white, and there's a lot of anti-white racism out there. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's the way I feel. It's hard for me sometimes to tell the difference between reality, my paranoid delusions. It's hard to separate that from my political, racial, and religious beliefs, which actually fluctuate back and forth. Sometimes I'm a racist, sometimes I'm not. Sometimes I'm a Republican, sometimes I'm a Democrat. Sometimes I'm on the right wing, sometimes I'm on the left wing. You tend to get that way when you watch a bunch of different YouTube videos and you find yourself agreeing with a conservative video if you happen to be watching it. I like Ben Shapiro. I watch his video for an hour on YouTube. His show Livewire, and I agree with everything he says. He's an Orthodox Jew who believes in God. And then I watch an atheist like Aaron Ra, that's spelled capital A-R-O-N, capital R-A. He's a YouTube atheist. Check out his channel. And no, he didn't ask me to plug him. I think he's a good guy. I'll watch his videos, and he's on the far left and an atheist, and I agree with everything he says when I watch his video. So my opinions fluctuate with the videos that I'm watching. But I have insomnia because of my paranoia, thinking people are plotting against me, whether it's the apartment maintenance people or people on the streets, people on the bus, people in stores like Walgreens or Family Dollar or Dollar General or the supermarket. I sometimes think people are following me. It's not really possible for me to say that people are following me today because I haven't gone outside today. I'm feeling a lot of anxiety, a lot of psychosis, hearing voices. And as always, those voices are always there anyways, telling me people are following me. And if I go outside, they'll follow me. I just don't feel all that right now. My next appointment is with my psychiatrist on the 26th of August. I'm in the psychiatric emergency room. I think it was Thursday of last week. I spent about, 9 or 10 hours there before they let me go home. I mean, I'm the one who called the ambulance, and of course they send the police first in Rochester, New York. I believe they do that pretty much across the country. If you have a psychiatric emergency, they will send an ambulance if you're in a good-sized city, but they'll always send the police first to make sure you don't have any weapons or that you're not violent or suicidal or a danger to the ambulance crew. So the police showed up. I had already broken down crying. It was about 7 in the morning on Thursday when I called the ambulance. I was crying on the phone. I was crying in front of the police. I was crying in front of my neighbors, which was embarrassing. I was in a lot of physical pain because I just had surgery on my urinary bladder on Monday. The pain was pretty intense for several days. It's starting to die down now, so that's a good thing. The physical pain, the psychological stress of the surgery, major surgery is always trauma to the mind and body. It's not natural to cut the body up and sew it back up and all this. So it causes trauma. And for me, it tends to irritate my paranoia and my psychosis, especially because they did give me oxycodone or oxycontin or something like that as a painkiller. They only gave me 8 tabs, and I took them according to the prescription directions, one every 4 hours as needed. Ran out pretty much in 2 days. So the pain continued after that. I have Tylenol to control the pain, but up until today, the pain was pretty intense. It's not so bad today. I still have sutures, or actually staples, in my abdomen. I have 4 or 5 holes in my abdomen across my stomach. That's where they used a robot to enter the abdomen and then go down to my bladder and operate on my bladder. And like I said in my previous video, in the middle of the night when I described the surgery, they removed diverticuli, which are like large water balloons on my bladder. They cut them off and sealed up the bladder. So the idea being I will be able to urinate again on my own and get rid of this fucking Foley catheter and urinary leg bag that I've been wearing for 4 months since I think May, June, July, August. It's been 4 or 5 months I've been wearing this fucking catheter. I've already had prostate surgery to try to help me urinate again. That didn't work. But now I'm permanently without most of my prostate. The surgery is irreversible. And I went through the same thing. The pain, the painkillers, the stress, and going to the psychiatric emergency room just a few days after surgery. It's not an easy decision to go through surgery when you're mentally ill. It's traumatic. It's painful. It irritates psychiatric symptoms. At least it does for me. So, but I decided to go through with both surgeries because I just don't want to use a catheter. It's a pain in the ass to wear it or to self-catheterize with disposable catheters, which I would have to do 3 or 4 times a day to empty my own bladder. And I didn't want to do the self-catheterization for the rest of my life. So I just decided to take a chance and have the surgery on my bladder, have the water balloons, what look like water balloons, removed, and then have my bladder wall sewed up or stapled, whatever they used. I'm scheduled for what's called a I can't remember the term actually, cystogram on Wednesday. They're going to put a camera down my bladder, see how well my bladder is healed after surgery. I'm going to set up an appointment with the physician assistant urologist specialist. She's not a doctor. She's a physician assistant. In New York State, that means she can prescribe meds, she can do medical examinations and make medical decisions. She's not quite a medical doctor, but she has some of the same powers that a doctor would have. And if my bladder's healed well enough, within a few days after the cystogram, we might be able to remove the catheter and test to see if I can urinate on my own again. What that would involve is remove the catheter, inject saline solution into my bladder till my bladder's full, and wait a few seconds or a few minutes. And if my bladder's normal again, then I would feel the urge to urinate because it's filled with fluid. And if I can urinate that fluid out, then the surgery worked. But I won't know that for a few more days, or maybe for more than a week. But I'm keeping my fingers crossed. But back to my schizophrenia. I'm not doing well today. I may look fairly normal right now. I mean, when I get up in the morning, I still shower, I still shave, I still brush my teeth, still use mouthwash, still put on deodorant, still put on clean clothes, try to keep my apartment clean. Trying to keep a sense of normalcy is sometimes difficult, and sometimes it seems impossible, but the little things do make a difference. If I didn't comb my hair, if I didn't shave, if I didn't shower, I would feel 1,000 times worse than I already do. And believe me, right now, this second, I feel like shit. My paranoia, my depression, my insomnia, my anxiety, my hallucinations are all very bad today. And I'm not doing well. Does that mean I'm going to commit suicide or become violent? No. I still have control over my behavior. It's always important for me to say that. I don't want people to think I'm a nut job who's waiting in the wings with a gun ready to shoot people I don't like or I think are following me. That's not going to happen. It is somewhat unhealthy for me to hide away in my apartment like I'm doing today. I just don't feel like going out. And that's a feeling that's hard to fight because being isolated isn't good for my paranoia. When you're isolated by choice and not by COVID-19, that doesn't help your mental health, and I know that. But I'm just trying to take it easy today. I did take a couple of Zyprexa and a zero 0.5 milligram tablet of Klonopin, which has made me feel a little bit better. I think I could cope through the rest of the day. A psychiatrist happened to be at the psychiatric emergency room. Towards my end of the stay there, he showed up, not specifically to see me. He just happened to be working there that night. He showed up around 6 p.m., and I had been there since 7 a.m. or 7:30 a.m. And I talked to him real briefly, told him what happened, why I was there, and I just wanted to go home and get some sleep. So they discharged me after I talked to him. He believed that I was going to be safe, that I wasn't going to hurt myself or other people, which of course I'm not. If I wanted to really hurt myself or hurt other people, I wouldn't have gone to the psychiatric emergency room, because whenever I feel violent or suicidal, I will call an ambulance. I have no desire to go to jail or get killed. Or actually kill myself. That's not to say I wasn't feeling suicidal or feeling like violence, but there's a big difference between having feelings and carrying them out. My sister, for those of you who don't know, I was born into a family of 10 children. I had 9 brothers and sisters who were living, but my sister, she was the oldest girl in the family. In 1996, I believe it was, she committed suicide by blowing her head off with a shotgun. At least that's how I remember it, what I was told by my brother when I first found out she had committed suicide. That's not going to happen with me. I don't think I really have the guts to commit suicide, however tempting that idea may be. But I'm really, really not doing well. I feel alone. I feel isolated. Doing the best I can. It's hot in here. I'm sweaty. It's a pretty hot August in Rochester, New York today, and it has been for the past few days. Temperatures have been hitting 80, 90 degrees 95 degrees over the past few days with little or no rain. So in some ways, I like it better to go outside when it's not raining than when it's raining. Um, but still, hot weather, any temperature extremes, I don't like. I hate the winter. I hate the hot summer. I'm more of a spring and fall guy. Autumn, when it's a little bit cooler. Spring, when it's a little less warm, a little less cold than winter. Um, so like, comment, share, subscribe. If you have any ideas for me on how to cope, leave them in the comment section. I don't ask for money to do these videos. I don't have any Patreon supporters or advertisers in my videos. I don't really need the money to make these videos. It's pretty much just me, a laptop, and the cam on the laptop. Um, this laptop is, I'm not sure what make it is, but I bought it refurbished for about $120 from Walmart.com. I had been using a tablet to use the internet. That's why I didn't make any videos. It was difficult to use a cheap Slovenian tablet to try to make videos. The video quality is horrible. It's almost as bad as trying to use my cell phone to make videos. So I hadn't made any videos for several months. And when I got my stimulus check, I bought this computer. So I'm more willing to make videos because they're higher quality. Well, I guess I'm done rambling. Like, share, comment, subscribe. If you want me to do a specific topic on mental illness or something else, let me know in the comments. Give this video a like. Subscribe to my channel. And let me know how you guys are doing.